Very good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well in your studies. So, I am your computer teacher, and today we are going to learn and understand our very first chapter, which is evolution of computers. इस चैप्टर के अंदर हम पढ़ेंगे कंप्यूटर्स के बारे में कि जब कंप्यूटर्स एग्जिस्ट नहीं होते थे तो कंप्यूटिंग डिवाइस कौन कौन से थे, क्या उसकी जनरेशन्स हैं, आज के टाइम पे कौन कौन से मॉडर्न कंप्यूटर्स हम यूज़ करते हैं एंड मैनी अदर थिंग्स अबाउट कंप्यूटर्स. So, without wasting any further time, let's dive into the chapter. So, the name of our chapter is Evolution of Computers, and the topics which we are going to study here are early computing devices, generations of computers, and modern computers. Now, in a warm up, there is a boy who says, "Hey PC, my father mentioned that earlier computers looked different from the ones we have today. Is that true?" Then the PC replies, "Yes, that's true, Ravi. The first computers were very large and required a lot of space." Then he says, "Really, PC, could you tell me more about them?" And then the computer replies, "Sure, I'll explain how computers have evolved over time." Now, computer is a familiar word for you today. We all know that. But have you ever thought who invented the computer? आपने कभी सोचा है कि कंप्यूटर को किसने इन्वेंट किया है? It is not a question which have simple answer. The machine is not an outcome of a spontaneous activity. मशीन जो है ये कोई spontaneous activity का outcome नहीं है. It has taken many years. इसने बहुत सारे साल लिए हैं and labor to of a number of minds. No particular person can be credited. हम किसी भी एक person को credit नहीं दे सकते with the invention of computers, but several names stand out in the crowd. Now we will learn about early calculating devices. Early calculating devices कौन कौन से थे? मतलब जब कंप्यूटर एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता था तो कौन से डिवाइसेस को हम कंप्यूटिंग करने के लिए यूज करते थे? So, in ancient times, people used things like stones, pebbles, and sticks to count. अर्ली टाइम्स में क्या होता था, जो ह्यूमन बींग्स थे वो किसका यूज करते थे? स्टोन्स का, पेबल्स का, स्टिक्स का यूज करते थे काउंटिंग करने के लिए. दे ऑलवेज वांटेड अ डिवाइस दैट कुड हेल्प देम कैलकुलेट. उन्हें हमेशा से एक ऐसा डिवाइस चाहिए था जो उन्हें कैलकुलेट करने में हेल्प करे एंड गिव देम द फाइनल आंसर, और उनको उनका फाइनल आंसर प्रोवाइड कराए. Their search went on for a long time until they finally succeeded. Today, we call this device a computer. A computer gives us answers. Computer हमें answers देता है which is based on the information we provide. मतलब जो भी information हम computer को provide करते हैं उस basis पे वो हमें answer करता है. However, the computer we see today took hundreds of years to become what it is now. यानी कि जो कंप्यूटर हम आज के वर्ल्ड में यूज करते हैं, उसको देखते हैं, उसने थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स लिए हैं ऐसा बनने के लिए. इवन टुडे इट इज स्टिल बीइंग इम्प्रूव्ड. आज के टाइम पे भी हम कंप्यूटर्स में और ज्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट क्रिएट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और उनको डेवलप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं फर्दर. तो लेट अस लर्न अबाउट दीज अर्ली कैलकुलेटिंग डिवाइसेस. फर्स्ट यहाँ पे हमारे पास है एबेकस, यानी कि फर्स्ट कैलकुलेटिंग डिवाइस. द फर्स्ट स्टेप टूवर्ड्स कंप्यूटिंग वाज इन्वेंशन abacus around 3000 years ago in China. 3000 years ago China ने क्या किया था? abacus का invention किया था. It is a wooden frame with beads on parallel wires which can do simple calculations like addition and subtraction. इसमें जो है हम इसको यूज करते हैं, एक वुडन फ्रेम होता है जिसके अंदर कुछ पैरेलल वायर्स लग रही है और उनमें क्या है? बीड्स है, और इन बीड्स को अप एंड डाउन मोशन में मूव करा के हम इसको यूज करते हैं सिंपल कैलकुलेशन के लिए, जैसे एडिशन एंड सब्ट्रैक्शन. दिस डिवाइस इज यूज टू कैलकुलेट नंबर्स एट अ फास्ट स्पीड. ये जो डिवाइस है ये हमें नंबर्स को कैलकुलेट करने में मदद करता है एक फास्ट स्पीड में. इट वॉज वाइडली यूज इन एंशियंट एशिया. It is still used in countries like Japan and China. Now, we have a fact which says the abacus is also used in preschools as an aid in technique teaching the numeral system. Abacus को preschools में यूज किया जाता था किसके लिए? न्यूमरल सिस्टम को टीच करने के लिए. The word was used in the year 1613 in the book of the young men's gleanings by an English writer named Richard Bearwitt. So now next is Napier's bones. जॉन नेपियर वॉज अ स्कॉटिश मैथमेटिशियन। जॉन नेपियर कौन थे? स्कॉटिश मैथमेटिशियन थे हु मेड द यूज ऑफ डेसिमल पॉइंट इन मैथमेटिक्स कॉमन। He invented a calculating machine made of a set of rods carved from bones, यानी कि ऐसी rods जो किससे carved है? Bones से carved है in the 16th century. These rods were used to multiplication. This machine was known as Napier's bones. और ये जो machine है ये किस नाम से जानी जाती है? Napier's bones. Then we have Pascal aiding machine. In 1642, a French mathematician named Blaise Pascal, एक French mathematician थे जिनका नेम था Blaise Pascal, उन्होंने इन्वेंट की थी कैलकुलेटिंग मशीन कॉल्ड दी पैस्कलाइन, कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ टूथ्ड व्हील्स। इसके अंदर टूथ्ड व्हील्स थी जो एक दूसरे के साथ कनेक्टेड थी थ्रू गियर्स। ईच व्हील हैड 10 teeth for number 0 to 9. Then the numbers were fed into the machine by dialing them. हम मशीन के अंदर नंबर को फेड करते थे by dialing them. On the wheels, this device is being to be first mechanical calculator in the world. ये हमारे डिवाइस में पहला मैकेनिकल कैलकुलेटर है. The machine was capable of performing addition and subtraction only. Then Leibniz step reckoner. In 1672, a German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz invented the digital mechanical calculator called step reckoner. It was the first calculator, ये हमारा first calculator था that could perform all four operations, जो सारे चार operations perform कर सकता था, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. फिर Charles Babbage analytical engine. Charles Babbage was the first British mathematician and is known as the father of computers. हम इनको father of computers भी बोलते हैं. In 1833, he designed the first mechanical computer. उन्होंने सबसे पहला मैकेनिकल कंप्यूटर डिजाइन करा जिसका नाम था एनालिटिकल इंजन. This computer could handle large amount of data and process information very quickly, but it was very expensive at that time. उस टाइम पे ये जो कंप्यूटर था, एनालिटिकल इंजन था, ये बहुत ज़्यादा कॉस्टली था. There is another fact which says analytical engine ran on steam because electricity was not available those days. Analytical engine तो था ये वर्क करता था steam के ऊपर क्योंकि उस टाइम पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं होती थी. Next is Lady Ada Lovelace. The instruction given to Babbage analytical engine, यानी कि जो भी instructions Babbage analytical engine में दिए गए थे were in the form of zeros and one. वो zeros और one की फॉर्म में थे. और जो फर्स्ट पर्सन थी जिन्होंने इस कॉन्सेप्ट को इंट्रोड्यूस किया था was Lady Ada Lovelace. Since she was the first to introduce the concept of programming, क्योंकि उन्होंने सबसे पहले प्रोग्रामिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट इंट्रोड्यूस किया था, इसलिए उनको कहा जाता है फर्स्ट कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामर इन हिस्ट्री. Now, Hermann Hollerith tabulating machine. The tabulating machine was invented by Hermann Hollerith. It was developed to process data for the 1880 United States Census. इसको डेवलप किया गया था डेटा प्रोसेस करने के लिए यूनाइटेड स्टेट के सेंसस को. It was used to assist in counting and recording the given information in lesser time. The input was fed into the tabulating machine. जो input था वो tabulating machine में fed होता था किस फॉर्म में? punched cards की फॉर्म में. The machine could count the number of holes. Machine जो थी वो number of holes count कर सकती थी in each card and record कर सकती थी information को. After the success of this machine, Hollerith formed a computing tabulating recording company to sell the machine in 1896, or later in 1924 his company became a part of International Business Machine Corporation, मतलब today popularly known as IBM. There is an activity which says collect the pictures of the people who have made an important contribution in the development of computer and paste them on a chart paper. Now, generations of computer. हमारे computer की generations क्या रही हैं? After those early calculating machine, the present computer took its shape in 5 generations. हमारा जो कंप्यूटर है उसने अपनी शेप ली है ओवरऑल इन 5 generations. तो हम फर्स्ट जनरेशन की बात करते हैं. फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर्स कब से कब तक थी? 1938 to 1955. The first modern computer was made in 1939 by Konrad Zuse, who was a German scientist. It was called as Z2. It was made using vacuum tubes. इसको vacuum tubes की मदद से बनाया गया था. But this computer was not meant to be sold to public. ये जो computer था ये sold करने के लिए नहीं था, as it was extremely slow, क्योंकि बहुत slow था as compared to the today's computers. The following were the characteristics of the first generation of computers. The main technology used वो थी vacuum tubes. They were very large in size, had a small internal storage, and very expensive. Operating speed was very slow. Some examples of first generation computers are Mark 1, ENIAC, यानी कि Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator मतलब EDVAC, Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer यानी कि U. Then we have UNIVACI, Universal Automatic Computer 1, etc. Now, what are the limitations of first generation of computers? Operating speed was quite slow. There was a very high power consumption. They required large space for installation. Potential to be programmed for task was quite limited. There is another fact. Although the EDVAC 1944 was designed earlier than EDSAC, its development got delayed. उसकी जो development थी वो delay हो गई थी. This made EDSAC the first computer that used the concept of stored programs. Now, second generation of computers, 1955 to 1964. The computers of second generation used transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Second generation में vacuum tubes को replace कर दिया गया था with transistors. The transistors helped computers to become faster, reliable, smaller, and cheaper than their predecessors. It marked a new beginning in the development of modern computers. The following were the characteristics of second generation of computers. The main electronic components were used: transistors, smaller, faster, cheaper, and more efficient than the first generation computers. They contained all the components that we associate with modern day computer, such as printer, storage capacity, disk storage, operating system, etc. The programming language like COBOL and Fortran came into use at this time. IBM 1401 and RCA 501 are examples of second generation of computers. What are the limitations of second generation computers? They produced a lot of heat. The speed was still slow. They had less memory. Now, there is another fact which says the size of second generation computers was about half of your classroom. Third generation of computers, 1964 to 1975. This era was important as it saw the development of integrated circuits. यहाँ पे integrated circuits का development हुआ. जो integrated circuits थे उनको हम IC भी बोलते थे और also chip भी बोलते थे. It marked a breakthrough in the advancement of computers. A huge number of transistors could be accommodated into a small chip of an IC. Computers became more compact. Their cost came down and became more efficient. The following were the features of the third generation of computers. They used integrated circuits. यहाँ पे integrated circuits का use किया गया था, popularly known as chips for the first time. Smaller in size as compared to the second generation of computers. They had greatly enhanced storage capacity that the second generation of computers. यहाँ पे storage capacity भी बहुत अच्छी थी. They used an operating system that allowed them to run different programs at the same time. IBM 360 series and IBM 370 series are the example of third generation of computers. What are the limitations of third generation computers? They required air conditioning. उन्हें air conditioning की जरूरत थी. Highly sophisticated technology was required for the manufacturing of IC chips. Now, fourth generation of computers यानी कि 1971 to present. The following are the characteristics of fourth generation of computers, that is the present day computers. They use microprocessors. अब उन्होंने microprocessors का use start करना शुरू कर दिया था rather than integrated circuits. A type of very large scale integrated VLSI circuit which contain all the components of a CPU on a single chip. The VLSI circuit perform the bulk of processing and control all parts of a system. The use of microprocessor resulted in decreased size and increased efficiency. माइक्रो प्रोसेसर के यूज से क्या हुआ, जो साइज था कंप्यूटर का वो डिक्रीज हुआ और एफिशिएंसी इंक्रीज हो गई। दे हैव much greater computing power and store capacity than the earlier generations of computer. They used they improved storage devices that cheaper than the earlier ones. They can be linked together, that is networked, to share storage capacity, space, data, etc. IBM PC and Apple Macintosh are example of fourth generation of computers. Nowadays, laptops and palm tops, which can be carried anywhere with ease, have become very common. Limitations: faster but smaller computer, lack of ability to think. Fact: Intel developed the first commercially available microprocessor called Intel 4004 in 1971. Android Trong 3, 1936 to 2005, a Vietnamese French engineer, is considered to be the father of personal computer for creating the Micrel microcomputer based on Intel 8008 processor in 1973. Now we have fifth generation of computers, यानी कि present and beyond. Fifth generation of computer was referred to as supercomputers. Supercomputers have a very high storage capacity, high speed, and the ability to carry out highly sophisticated operations. यानी कि फिफ्थ जनरेशन के जो कंप्यूटर्स हैं उन्हें सुपर कंप्यूटर्स बोला जाता है और ये बहुत हाई स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी के होते हैं, हाई स्पीड होती है, एबिलिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है ऑपरेशंस की. The Cray 1 series is an example of supercomputer. Fifth generation of computer also involve artificial intelligence. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है, ब्रांच है कंप्यूटर साइंस की जो किस पे एम करती है, ऐसे कंप्यूटर्स को क्रिएट करने पे एम करती है विच कैन थिंक, बिहेव एंड रिएक्ट इन द सेम वे एज ह्यूमंस डू. द फिफ्थ जनरेशन ऑफ कंप्यूटर आर एक्सपेक्टेड to overcome the lack of thinking power in the generations. Now modern computers, these are small in size, ये साइज में छोटे होते हैं and are of low cost, और इनकी कॉस्ट कैसी होती है, लो होती है. They are usually designed for personal use, therefore they are also called personal computers. They are mainly used in homes, schools, offices, shops, banks, etc. Such computers are given different names according to their usage. हर कंप्यूटर का जो यूज है उसके अकॉर्डिंग उसको एक नेम प्रोवाइड किया गया है. तो अब सबसे पहले इसमें हमारे पास आता है डेस्कटॉप कंप्यूटर. दिस कंप्यूटर इज डिजाइंड टू फिट कंफर्टेबली ऑन टॉप ऑफ डेस्क. इस कंप्यूटर को डिजाइन किया गया है कंफर्टेबली डेस्क पे प्लेस करके वर्क करने के लिए. Desktop computers typically come with several units such as monitor, CPU, keyboard, and mouse, which are connected to each other and work like a single unit. Next, we have laptop computers. This computer is small in size and can be placed on the lap. It is battery operated. ये battery operated है और portable है. We can perform all the tasks as we can do on desktop. But it is more expensive than desktop computer. This computer is mainly used by business travelers. We can fold down the screen of laptop or the keyboard when not in use. Tablet computers कौन से होते हैं? This computer is smaller and lighter than laptop. ये वाले जो computers होते हैं कि smaller और lighter होते हैं than laptop, but bigger than the smartphones. Smartphones से बड़े होते हैं. Instead of a keyboard and mouse, tablet use करता है touch sensitive screen को for typing and navigation. Popular use of tablet include करता है reading e-books, watching movies, browsing net, etc. Next is handheld computers, यानी कि smart books, smartphones and PDAs. They are small and can be carried anywhere. They are not powerful as desktop or laptops. PDA stands for Personal Digital Assistant. So this is a smartphone, this is a PDA and this is a smart book. Embedded computers कौन से होते हैं? Embedded computers are special purpose computers. They are not standalone computers. ये standalone computers नहीं होते. They are actually incorporated into other device. मतलब ये दूसरे device के साथ incorporated होते हैं. Unlike a general purpose computer, an embedded computer performs predefined task. ये predefined task perform करता है usually with every machine specific requirement. Some examples of embedded computers include करते हैं ATM machine, cell phones, music players, calculators, automatic washing machines, set-top boxes, DVD players, digital cameras, video game consoles, etc. Now let's quickly revise the chapter. Abacus was the first calculating device created by men. It is made up of thin vertical rods carrying beads which are used to count or calculate. Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer. There are 5 generations of computer. First generation of computer used vacuum tubes. Z2 was the first computer. Second generation of computer used transistors. Third generation of computer used integrated circuits. Fourth generation of computer used microprocessors. And fifth generation of computer involves artificial intelligence. Let's quickly do the exercise. First is tick the correct option. The computer of this generation was very large in size. So, first. The main component of second generation of computers were transistors. Who developed the abacus? Chinese. Who is known as the father of computer? Charles Babbage. So now next is our fill in the blanks. First is the first calculating machine created by men was, so we will write here abacus. Then the analytical engine was developed by Charles Babbage. The third generation of computers primarily used integrated circuit technology. Desktop computer, laptop, palm top, and tablets are the categories of personal computers. So we will write here personal. Now, the Dash series is an example of supercomputers, Craven. Next is our right and wrong. The first generation computer used transistor technology, wrong. Fifth generation computer used integrated circuits, wrong. Today we are working on the fifth generation of computers, right? Charles Babbage invented the first general purpose computer. That is also right. So students, this was your chapter about evolution of computers. I hope it is clear to you. Do revise the chapter again and also practice the exercise. I will see you in your next video with next chapter. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.